Baby Timmy and T, yeah, we raising the bar. Every sip's an adventure, we shooting for stars. Cut those wheels, take the scene, now we gliding in style. From the vineyards to the lounge, we redefining the mile. 4092 the base where the legends reside. Mixing vibes, not just drinks, it's the culture we provide. Tuesday libations, Wednesday we scrutinize. Catch the flavor, feel the energy, we on the rise. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real. Yeah. Have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday to you, even though it's almost over for some of us. But welcome to another edition of Veteran Active Duty Bar. My name is Master Sergeant Retired Timothy L. Johnson. I go by a lot of different names, but TJ, Timothy, Bishop, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's respectful. And I got my co-host today, my guy,
Juan G, liquor connoisseur.
Now, what we bring to you is a taste from the exchange. Now, what I do, I still work at Robbins Air Force Base. I go by the base exchange. Sometime on my way home, after a long, hard day of work, pick up something that I feel that we all might want to enjoy and we might want to sample. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test drive this stuff for you. I'm going to save you money. I'm going to save you time. And I'm going to give you a great opportunity to experience something you might not have experienced before. I know you walk by some of this stuff. You looked at it. I don't know if I want that. I don't know what that tastes like. But guess what? Me and my guy, we're going to do that for you.
You know, it's a perfect time, you know, with the temperature going 90, 95. And sometimes liquor just quite doesn't do it, right? I mean,
No.
you can't cool down with a shot of whiskey. So
Exactly.
nice to have a nice beer here and try out some new beers that we've looked at, but maybe we're curious about. So we'll do the tasting for you, and give us a little background on how you found these.
Okay, so Thursday, I was in the base. I was moving around, and I was going to go get a nice, good old hard something to sit back on for this weekend. And I ran across the young ladies, had a display set up, and they was like, hey, we got this right here going on today. We got Mango Cart L, and we got the Mango, and we got the Canoodle Big Wave. So this is kind of, and I tasted a little sample of it. It's a light beer. It's not a heavy beer. And it's kind of a favorite among some. But like I'm saying, so what we're going to do today, we're going to taste it together with me and my guy here and you. And we're going to see what we got. But also later on, I got a special guest coming to the stage. I got a great friend of mine, a day one veteran, served with him, Charleston Air Force Base, South Carolina. He's willing to take time from his busy day to grace everybody with his presence. But we're going to get to that. First, right now, I want to welcome everybody in. Thanks for everybody coming in, sharing their time with us, and we're going to give you some great content.
Yeah, I'm excited to always have our veterans join us, kind of share how their training was, what they went through, the funny parts, the sad parts,
Yes,
the bad parts,
yes.
right? Not every job is amazing, but it's always great to hear, the trials and tribulations of our great nation, and it starts with our veterans.
Right. So, getting into before we get into what we got in the comments, I want to say welcome, House X. Thanks for coming in, joining us tonight. Thank you guys for taking the time. And also, I want to say this in the beginning. If you know somebody that was a veteran that maybe has moved on to the upper room, and you want to give a shout out, want to hear his name, because one thing about this, anything you record and put on social media is permanent, can't be erased. A lot of people think you can, but when Uncle Sam want to put you in them cuffs, you go back and dig it up.
That's right.
So that being said, if you want to make somebody from the past who didn't get their flowers while they was on this side, on this channel, I'm going to guarantee you every veteran who served going to get their flowers.
Sometimes it's the opposite, right? Sometimes people just want to share what they went through with the world. And, sometimes just having someone to listen to you, right? Give you that I want to just get it off my chest. And we want to provide that as well, right?
Avenue.
Give that avenue to people who want to be able to share, especially our veterans, right? They go through a lot of hardships, and sometimes we take it for granted.
Exactly. So we got to our J and J. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Friday to you too. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being a part of Veterans Active Duty Bar. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely got some great things for tonight. So that being said, we're going to talk about this right here. Let me tell you what I got for you. So, and look, I'm old, so I can't remember a lot of stuff to remember, but I sure can read. I got 4 sets of eyes, and I can put it down.
And 2 of them work.
And 2 of them work some of the time. So what we got here, this right here is a Golden Road Brewed Mango Cart. It's a wheat ale. A wheat ale is a beer inspired by the Ionic fruit cart vendors of Los Angeles.
Nice. Okay.
The light beer is the burst with fresh ripe mango flavor and aroma and has a crisp finish on it. Enjoying the refreshing taste of these mango beer any time of the year. Mango Cart is a crafted wheat ale brewed with 2 rows of wheat malt and Bravo hops, 4% alcohol.
Yeah, so probably like a summer ale.
Yeah, it's a summer ale. So I'm thinking this right here is going to give us a little something. So that being said, we're going to go ahead on and break into this one right here.
Probably one of the good ones we can try to drink and enjoy easily, right? As we go through the summer months and not worry about, getting too twisted.
Right.
Easy to go. In the meantime, Sabrina, hello. Welcome to the channel.
What's going on, my guy? Well, my girl, glad to see you coming in. Welcome in, family. So what everybody know, that's one of my North Carolina A&T Aggie college mates coming in.
We got the missus. Hey, fellas.
All right. We got the queen in. What's going on?
We can do one, right?
Yeah, we can do one. So for all y'all coming in new, please like, subscribe, and share the channel. So go to the YouTube link, like, subscribe, or let me say it this way. Subscribe, like, and share the channel out. We want to reach out to as many veterans as we can, many people who got something to say. And that's what we're going to do today. So that being said, what we're going to do right now, we're going to get a taste of this ale. Mango flavor, see what we got.
Oh, you can smell the mango.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's light. You can tell by the color right away.
Yes.
It's light, but you can smell the mango right off the bat.
What's going on, Nichols Journey? How everybody doing? Thanks for coming in. What you think? It's real light.
It is light. It's light and crisp.
This is real light and crisp. Real light.
And if you're expecting a strong beer flavor, no, it's not there. It reminds me like a bitter soda.
Yeah. Now,
with a hint of mango, because the mango's there.
A nice cold, hot day, and this nice and cool. I think this will give us some great content right here.
Yeah, I'm taking half your box with me.
Oh yeah,
this is a nice one to have.
Oh yeah. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, Jimmy Tart saying what's up.
Oh my God, Jimmy! So once again, I got another day one. Jimmy, my guy, we go way back. We work QA together. Jimmy been looking out for me, helping me get my retirement together, so I can retire from civil service. Welcome in, Jimmy, my day one. That's all you got to do for me, my brother. Subscribe, like, share the channel out. Let's reach back to some more of them people from Shady J, who's hanging in the bushes or in the closet. Oh, hey, my guy Marty. There go another one on day one. Me and Marty go way back. But Marty is a teacher. When I got to Robbins Air Force Base, I thought I knew everything, but I met somebody that was teaching everybody. My guy Marty, he's a teacher. And what I mean by that is, you know how you do when you slide and moving through life and you're not about to be moving correctly. He'll get you moving correctly to get you where you need to be. So when I met him, I was a GS11. Now I'm on the 13th side of things. So his teachers work. That's how we got to do it.
It's always great to give back and acknowledge those who help you get up,
Yes, and that's me. I'm all about giving back. I have been blessed by having great people coming in my life from my day ones when I started in the military in 1986. Some of you might not have been born, but till I retired in 2016. So I'm blessed. And I want to share that out to everybody so we can all live that best life. Hello, Cruises. Let's see, that's Cruise okay. Hello to the chat. So that's a new name I never seen before. But hey, welcome in. Thanks for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oh, there goes one of my other day one from North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride, my guy, Jay. Welcome in, brother. Like I said, I want everybody coming in. Hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Like it, share it out so we can get this out to more people and bring more people in. And that way we can get some good content going on and we got some good stuff to share.
Yeah, and don't forget, take the AR, aim it at that like button, pop, 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 pop a couple
That's
of
right.
times. Because definitely the channel, we wanted to continue to grow and evolve, and we need your support.
That's right. That's right.
God, this is nice. This is nice. This is a nice little beer here.
Right.
Light
So
crisp.
this is another good one right here. Good one to sip on. I mean, on a nice hot day, but I guess we got hot, rainy days now. So that right there being said, hey, it is what it is.
What is up with that humidity in Georgia? Jesus.
Georgia's something special. All right, so we're going to break in this Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave is a light, easy drinking tropical golden ale. So this is an L. And with a 4.4% alcohol in it, it features a smooth, refreshing taste with some citrus and tropical fruit notes, making it a popular choice for warm weather. How about that? So, hey, already that being said, we got something else nice to give you something nice. So I'm going to finish this one, and then we're going to pop the bottle on that one.
Yes, sir.
And then we're going to get back to the chat to welcome everybody in and give everybody a chance to say hey to everybody. And anybody want us to mention anybody. So we're going to do that at the end of the segment, after the end of the live. We're going to get right to the last 10 minutes, and we're going to dedicate that 10 minutes to people who got somebody that they want us to shout out to. Like for me, I'm gonna throw it out there and show you what I'm talking about. My grandfather was a World War II vet, Frank Johnson. My daddy was a Vietnam vet, William Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Thank you for their service. You know, my grandfather's up in the upper room. William Johnson's still doing what he do. So just letting you know that. If y'all know my father, you know he doing what he do. But anyway, that being said, what you got for Ron?
I'm excited to try this new LPA. Is that Tootsie? I don't think so.
No,
right?
no, no.
Let me take care of that. And I can't wait to see what we have in store the next couple of weeks as we continue to, deliver on the channel.
Yeah, I think so far, we got some great things coming. Like I said, I got a lot of good things that I'm trying to push forward. I'm looking at my next retirement in the next couple of years. But in the meantime, I found something. I say you find something to make you feel good and make you feel happy and something you want to do. This makes me feel good. I can do this all day. Somebody, people that know me probably say, oh, you a talker. You just love to talk. But guess what? I can do this all day. 30 years in the military conditioned me for this. I can do this all day. Now, even though we got things going on that, a lot of people not be too happy with right now with the little skirmish going on in Iran and in the U.S. Not going to talk about that. Not going to touch that because I'm here for the veterans from back then. I know we got some new veterans going through some things now, but I'm not trying to really get into that. That's like being into politics. I just want to turn around and lift people up, have a good time.
No, I agree. Listen, I'm a big politics guy, and I can talk about it all day. However, right, like Timmy says, we're here for the veterans. We want to make sure that we uplift and unite people, not divide them.
Not trying to divide anybody. We want everybody to serve because we had different nationalities and we had different genders. So we're not only going to bring you males, we're going to bring you females and everybody up here to get everybody a chance to tell their story, their view.
Yeah, I know we're all here for it, right? We want to make sure that we do our best to unite, right, the country. And I think it starts with who brought us here, our veterans, right?
Exactly. who poured into this country, made it what it is today. So like I'm saying, hey, we trying to get it out here. So we're going to try this new Kona Big Way, see what we got. All right.
Cheers, bro. What's
going on, Alashay? How you going? Happy Friday to you.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm in Kona.
At the tropical. Hey, look, this is right
tropical. No. The other one was there. I'll tell you. I thought I was in Hawaii having a nice little sipper. This is the typical ale, maybe like Oktoberfest.
Yes. So this is not what I would really call my go-to. But I'm not gonna say it's not bad. Oh, look, now this is my guy right here. Ken Howell. I got this cut right here. They go to give the flowers to the man who made me where I am today. Ken, I've been wanting to reach back out to you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. When I started out as equipment specialist and I moved to a new area, didn't know nobody, show you how we veterans melt together. Ken took me up under his wing when everybody else looked at me. Nobody liked to talk to the new guy. Nobody liked to show the new guy what's going on. Ken Howard took me up under his wing. And he said, come on over here. Let me show you, because ain't nobody else to show you. He made me what I am today. Ken, I want to thank you, because I went from a GS11, now I'm an NHO3. Instead of running things, I rose to the top. But I only did that by your tutelage. Everything you showed me, now I am the man. So it is what it is. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being a great guy. Now, Ken Howes is a king. His wife is a queen. But see how us veterans come together? That's what I'm talking about. That's what makes me feel good on the inside. When you meet somebody, you don't even share the same nationality, but when you see you, because you're a veteran and you got a good personality, they go out on a limb and show you what they need, what you need to know to get you where you need to be. Thank you again, Ken. I'm hoping you living your best life being retired. I sure do miss you. Anytime you come to Robbins, man, you can do lunch on me.
Oh, nice. To me, when I see camaraderie like that, it's amazing. It's like, reminds me of the A-Team. It's a great movie, and the guy just shows his Ranger tack. The other guy recognizes it. He shows his Ranger tack, and it's like instant brotherhood right there.
Yes.
And again, right? Different racial divides.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Man, look, I'm so filled up. I'm glad we drinking beer, because if we've been drinking liquor, I'd be over here crying like a little baby right about now. Because I done had a lot of my day ones done showed up for me, and that right there touched my heart. I got my people coming in from North Carolina A&T when I went there back in 84, 85, 86. So that's a long time ago. But people don't forget you when you good to people. People like to be good to you. And I appreciate all of that.
All right, I think it's time to bring up our guest, right?
All right.
So let's give a warm welcome.
Yes,
right?
so let's give a warm welcome to another one of my day ones, Robert Brunson from Charleston Air Force Base. We served together. Great guy, entrepreneur, doing this thing. That being said, let's welcome to the screen. Let's bring him on in. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Salute, sir.
Salute to you. Salute to you.
What's happening, fellas? All right.
All right. All right.
You can hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you good. You coming in loud and clear. But the missus didn't care for that Kahuna Big Wave.
Yeah. that Kona? No, I think that Kona might.
Look, man, y'all got to remember your faces are on camera, and when you drink it, it showed that, hey, we probably not going to do this on the next show.
Well, this is why, we take the L's here, we drink them. If they pass, great. If they don't, our expression says it all. Definitely Operation bottom shelf over here.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, we can go and take this down. We're gonna put this one back up. The mango.
The mango is nice, man.
The mango is nice.
Absolutely.
So that's nice. The other one, not so much. My thing is, I tell anybody, hey, I want you to have something good that you can enjoy. You'll enjoy that. You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, and it's a great, even at a party where people are not trying to drink too much, maybe, right? This is a great sipper. Easy,
Exactly.
Easy on the liver.
So this is what I want everybody to do for me. If you're an active duty, reserve, or retired veteran, put a 1 in the chat so we can recognize who you are when we get to the back end and we can start checking out the chat. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for the service. Now, getting back to my guy, Robert, tell everybody what made you decide to join the military.
Man, look, I was going to North Carolina A&T, partial football scholarship.
See?
But when you say partial, that means you got to come up with some funds. And we didn't have them funds. And my mother was very straight about it. She said, look, we don't have that kind of money. You need to do something, and the military is calling your name. But really, my unique experience is this, guys. My parents, my family owned a funeral home.
Okay.
So owning a funeral home, you can imagine a kid 5, 6 years old, 7, 8, 9 years old. You see veterans who are deceased. They, as Tim called it, the upper room. But what caught my eye was the honor guard that showed up.
See?
And being a kid, I didn't know the honor guard didn't necessarily know the person in the casket. They were coming purely to honor and give respect due to that individual for their service. So when I saw that, I saw the Marine Corps, and I promise y'all, if y'all have ever seen that, there is nothing like a Marine honor guard, and that just caught me, right? I was captivated. I was there. So when it came time, I couldn't go to A&T right away. Let's go look at the military. I did interviews, Tim. I did visits, if you want to call them that. So the first one was I went to Camp Lejeune. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. I go up to Camp Lejeune. I got a family member. He a Marine, so we go. And listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The drink is on me. When I saw the Marines, they were not the same Marines who came for the honor guard. These dudes was angry. They fighting every day. They yelling every day. I'm like, y'all do this every day? It was like, yeah, man, it's what we do. We go to war, baby. We are the tip of the spear. This is what we do. I said, okay. Let me take some other options. And so, I mean, every day, but salute to the Marine Corps, man. There is nothing like it. It just, at that time, 17 years old, I was like, nah, that might not be right now. So then the Army come around, and the Army veterans, man, if y'all on the channel, man, appreciate y'all in a big time way, because if you ever see Army veterans, and y'all know this, they are the cleanest, sharpest, edge-lined, pressed individuals in uniform, out of uniform. I'm like, man, we can do this. Let's talk. So met the Army recruiter, man. Brother was sharp, clean, ready to go. And I asked him one question, Tim. Can I be a helicopter pilot?
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he said?
What?
Yes. But we must do this infantry first, and then you can apply to become a helicopter pilot. And man, I want to thank my Uncle Bill, man, rest his soul. He was in the Army, and he said, listen, Al, my mother used to call me Alvin and the Chipmunk, so I was Al. She said, listen, Al, don't do that, because you're going to be in the field, and you're going to be in the field for a while. And if a slot happens to come up, you can apply for it at that point. So I said, we can't run that game. Not that I didn't like outside, but yeah, I was going to A&T. Well, I want to be outside. So that's how that went. But then, man, one of the things, I was born in Queens, New York, and I grew up on I-95 going between North Carolina and New York. And one of the things my family did back in the day was they put me on a plane. I was 5 years old. They put me on a plane, put a tag on me, and I used to fly back and forth from New York to North Carolina, North Carolina to New York. So I was like, well, I like airplanes. Let's talk to the Air Force. My mother said, that's a good idea, because, I was running out of options. That's a good idea. And no joke, man, we went to the recruiting office, walk in the recruiting office for the Air Force. Sitting right there is guess who? Staff Sergeant Brunson.
Okay.
Now, There's a caveat to that because he didn't look like me.
Right, that's right.
We was the same height, but he was white and we was black. But his name was the same. My mama said, "Ain't no more questions we need to ask. When can he leave?"
Who?
that was it. She signed the papers, man. I did the delay enlistment and came in December 26, 1991, and came in the weapons career field, man, and worked jets, worked nuclear weapons, had fun here and there. Had great times at different assignments. And my first assignment, some of y'all can understand this. You come in the military, they tell you you're going to this place, and you have to look on a map to find the place.
Yes.
My first assignment was Loring Air Force Base, Maine.
Woo!
Man, what you talking about? I knew I was in trouble. Y'all know 95 runs south all the way north, right?
Right.
Well, for those who don't know, when you go to Maine, in the middle of Maine, 95 cut right. It don't even go all the way to the top because it's too cold.
That's right. That's right.
That's where it turns.
So,
That's right.
so,
It's like, nope.
right. It's like, I ain't even going up there. So that was my first duty assignment, man. Did what we had to do. And somebody said, at least it wasn't mine not. I feel you, because I heard about mine not. The wind do 80 miles an hour sideways.
Let me interject for a little bit. And cut you off. Minot was where you went to and you thought you was getting a dream shot, but that's when you was on that bad boy list. Because I heard when you go to Minot, you did something great to get that great assignment.
That's right. Why not? Why not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue.
So after that, man, they sent me to extreme cold. The base was closing. So I asked the stupid question, why do I need to go? The base is closing in less than 2 years. We need you to help close the base. Really? That's what we gonna do. So we did that, man. I did about 1.5 years, 2 years there. My next assignment was Barksdale down in Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana. So I go from extreme cold. I get to Barksdale in the wintertime, and these dudes got on parkas. I'm like, man, if y'all don't stop playing, it is not that cold. But that was a good assignment, man. 2 years there. And then they sent me to Japan. So going overseas, man, that was a beautiful thing because you get to see the world. You get to see outside the United States. My growing up, my childhood was either New York City or Wilmington, North Carolina. That's what I knew. That's where I was. But outside of that, you go overseas, man, you meet other people. You learn how to communicate, even though you can't speak the language. You learn how to get along. You learn how to communicate, how to be human, basically, right? You know how to interact. So that was 3 years, man. And then after that, come back, New Mexico. I don't know how many of y'all been to New Mexico, but if you want a car or a cow, that's where you want to go. Clovis, New Mexico. You either getting a car or you looking at cows. That's what was out there.
The big right there. Car and cow.
That's it. That was it. And the funny thing about that, man, they had a train that ran along the highway. And for some reason, every time we took the kids out, they had to pee when the train came. I don't know what that was about. Every time. We got to pull over on the side of the road so they can, handle their business. But after that assignment, guys, I actually transitioned from active duty to the reserve side. I was trying to, I'd been gone. We had done this, we had done that. Now I got little kids. I want to be around, stuff like that. So I went reserve. And one of the unique things about it was I was active duty and reserve on the exact same day because of the paperwork hiccup. So then my first duty assignment as a reservist is Seymour Johnson. And when I get to Seymour Johnson, who do I see coming back from a deployment or coming back from a TDY. That guy right there, Tim Johnson. He coming back in, and listen, man, what he said about his guy is true. You know, the new guy, nobody really talks to him, but Tim had learned. And when, you know, I'm there, I'm kind of young, I'm like 22, 23, and he comes in from a deployment, from a TDY, and takes the time to holler at me. Hey man, how you doing? What's good? Oh, you new to the unit? Welcome, you know, fully ready to go home, but he still took that time. And fast forward this thing, I show up at Charleston in 2006, and guess who's at Charleston as I'm here? Tim Johnson. And I think what you guys are doing is tremendous, because that connection then brought forward to now, man, me and Tim been tight. I call him the Bishop because when I saw him, he looked like somebody we all know. That's what I'm saying. That's who he looked like. But that relationship has been that long and been that tight. One of the things, you know, from my childhood, I didn't have to see my friends every day. I didn't have to see them every week, because I would either go to school in North Carolina, I'd be out of school in New York, I'd be back in North Carolina, I'd be back in New York. So my relationships were built on the last moment that we had together. So if we were good, we good. If we, you know, it ended sour, we probably kept that. But in the military, you guys know, when we meet each other, we spend some time together. If we good for life. If we wasn't good at the last point, hopefully we can work it out, because if not, then we just walk away. But this lifestyle suited me well because that's how I grew up. So I got friends like Tim that I may not see every day. I may not even talk to every week. But man, when the call come out or when the person show up, the door is open, the phone is answered, because that relationship has been built. So the last thing, man, and we know if y'all want to do questions, whatever you want to do, he is also the person who my wife and I got together, and he knew it before I knew it. He was like, Deacon, that's you, ain't it? I said, man, what you talking about? What do you mean? But guys, while I was here in Charleston, of course, you know, you move around, you see around, and my wife, she's from here, and we just happened to build a little relationship, a little rapport. And when he saw us together, he was like, oh yeah, that's what it is. And then sure enough, man, 11, 12, 13 years later, we still together, man. And this guy right here, he celebrates us all the time. We celebrate him and Tanya all the time because he knew it. And that's one of the best things that's happened to me. He talked about entrepreneurship. We started a business and all those good things. But really, man, it was that brother who knew me in the military, who knew me. And when he saw me, whether I knew it myself, he knew I was with the right person. And then he went ahead and put that out there, man. And here we are 13, 14 years later, man, living our best life. So that's where we at.
Now, that being said, I'm going to add a little bit and show y'all how that camaraderie worked and that brotherhood worked. Now, them guys, Tony Brown and Roberta, they started that Bishop thing back in 2005. When I retired from Charleston in 2016, even the colonel called me the Bishop. Nobody said Sergeant Johnson, Master Sergeant, nobody. I was the Bishop from then on out to the day I retired. Active duty colonel coming over. I didn't know who he was. Who we talking about? Where's the Bishop? Oh, there you go, right there. I'm like, but damn, that name stuck with me all the time. You know. But like I said, when you get a band of brothers, when they come together, like the military just bring out the best in some people, not everybody. Like Ken Howell took me up on his wing, showed me everything I needed to be successful. When I got to Charleston, I had a group of guys. I was working on my engineering degree. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory that I don't think they'll come back and get me. And then we're gonna go to the chat and we're gonna pull out some of those questions in the chat. And so I'm gonna just say this. So I was finishing up an electrical engineering degree, and I was expediting. Which means expediting, that means I was taking troops to and from the flight line, and we'll either catch an airplane coming in or put an airplane in the air to let send one out. And a lot of times I had them assignments to carry it over, and them guys would cover for me. They, hey, we got you. You our guy. Go ahead on. But when you get that engineering degree, I want you to put everybody's name on that diploma. Well, we all came together. That was a good time. And I mean, and that right there meant a lot to me, because when I got it, I thought I went back and I think everybody supported me. You know what I'm saying? But the thing, when we come together, ain't nothing impossible. But look, let's go to the chat. We got some people in here. Foodie's Vacation. Okay, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in and sharing out some of your content. And hopefully one of these days we'll have you as a special guest, and you can tell all of your start and finish for your time with the government of Sam. But all right, so, and I want to say, you know, thanks again for everybody coming out. So anybody put a 1 in the chat? How many veterans did we got? Okay, 2R and J got a 1 and a 2. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for your service. Okay, now look, I got another one from Charleston. Miss Valerie Lunsford putting the 1 in the chat. There you go. See, now that's another day one. I had some great people at Charleston that took care of me. You know, sometimes I was fumble the ball, but when we came together, Valerie was one of them. They kind of schooled me on a lot of things, took care of me, made sure my progress was progress. Thank you for your service. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I know she moved on up and got on the top of the hill. Congratulations. All right, so we got our 2R and J said we got a Marine and a U.S. in United States Navy. Okay. Marine Corps and the Navy. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you for coming out. You know what I'm saying? And who was that? We got somebody else.
Robert Brunson, 3196.
Robert Brunson, 3196. Is that your cousin?
That's me.
Oh, that was you.
I couldn't comment earlier. So I had to get on the YouTube to comment. I'm looking at y'all commenting with y'all, but I wasn't on YouTube.
All right. So let's see who else we got in the chat. We got some good day ones in here. All right. So now we're gonna push on, and I want to give y'all a little bit. And so my guy Juan here is one gonna keep us level. Now I'm gonna just let you know my military service kind of burnt out my lungs and kidneys and everything. 30 years of service is too long, but Juan gonna keep me straight. So I'm gonna let Juan give y'all some about himself, because he's gonna be my co-host moving forward to give you guys this great content. Juan, give him a little bit about yourself.
Oh no, me. You know, I'm a retail tech type of person, so I've been in the retail space for a long time. Love entrepreneurship, love building and helping people. Why I joined this channel. People who know me that tend to know that I always have the answers. And if I don't have it, I'll find them for you. And at the end of the day, you know, 40 plus years in this life, I will tell you that we cannot get along unless we get along with each other. And I'm a big believer in that. And, you know, trying to, you know, close the gap there. And that's what I want to do here, you know, continue to bridge gaps, invite people, grow the community, and ultimately, you know, continue to drink, because that's my passion. Love having a good scotch. That's one of my favorites, but I love drinking different type of booze, different type of liquors. And, you know, that's what I want to continue to do here. And I'm looking forward what the future looks like, because, bro, it is bright out there. Georgia's great to me.
Yes. And that being said, like I'm saying, this channel is all about building up. We ain't trying to tear down nobody. We're not trying to take anything away. You know what I'm saying? I love my service to the country. I wouldn't, if I had to do it again, I'd do it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that right there says a lot, because I have 30 years of service, combination of active duty and reserve, total out 30 years. I love being a part of something bigger than myself. And like I'm saying it is what it is. It brings us all together. And like I'm saying, anybody who know me, my number's still the same, because I'm quite sure a lot of you got my numbers, never change. And if you need Tim Johnson, I will show up, you know, if I ain't somewhere on a vacation, because I'm all about living that best life now. I'm going to keep that 100. I'm all about living that best life. We got Event Yours of Spirit channel that we do on Tuesdays. Me and my wife, and sometimes I got Wanji, and we taste out some of the best fruit. My wife makes some of the best cocktails, drinks out here on the market. Like I'm saying, my favorite go-to amaretto sour. Man, I'll be on the couch.
Listen, if you get a chance to come over, you tell it, make me a slushy white Russian. I'm telling you, it's like chocolate milk, and it'll put you to sleep. Like
Trying to tell you.
But it was so good.
Yeah, so every Tuesday at 8:30, Event Yours of Spirit. Come on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, share the content out. You'll see me when I'm on Tuesdays. I'll be a totally different person, but I'll be living my best life. That's my slogan. Live your best life. Whatever it look like to you, as long as you live in your best life, that's what it is.
Right, and that's one thing that I love about the channel. It doesn't tell you live our best life, how we're living it. No,
right.
You define it, live it the best way you think you should,
right,
and execute that on the best way you can.
That's right, and that's one thing about us too. Us veterans who serve willingly. A lot of us got a lot out of it, but when we see each other, it's always brothers in arms or sisters in arms, and I love that. That camaraderie is still there. Thank all the new people that came out tonight and gave up their time to come in and celebrate. And like I'm saying, we've gained a momentum here, trying to get this thing going on, trying to reach out to more veterans. I got 5,000 plus friends on my YouTube channel. Am I going to see 5,000 come in? Maybe, maybe not. But if I can see at least maybe 10 come in and get some of this great content and have a good time. It's Friday night at 9:30, where you want to be. Nowadays, if you out in them streets, you might be on your way to jail because trouble out in them streets. Come in with us, have a drink, sit back, and we'll get somebody to come in and share their story or their journey with the Air Force, with the Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, Army, now Space Force, what it has done for them.
Space Force. Oh,
yes.
Geez. Well, I got a good question though. So you got your mom ready, telling you time to go. Going to the Air Force. What was the biggest adjustment day one you had to make when you first land? You're there, and telling you, this is boot camp. What was it?
For the Air Force, we only go one place: San Antonio, Texas. Period. That's the gateway to the Air Force. So I pack my little stuff. I get on the plane. We get out there. And when we got off the bus, it was at night. I think that's strategic because then people start yelling at you. And the funny part about them yelling at you, pick your bag up, move in line, get over here, all these kind of commands, all these things going on, is depending on where you're from. And where I was from, yelling at me was a normal situation. So I made sure to listen to what they said and just put myself in that position because it's not personal. I knew immediately it wasn't they don't know me. I just got here. They can't possibly know that I'll mess something up because I just got here.
You sure?
So that was one of the biggest things was, getting into. I take that back. After that, we had a reporting statement. That reporting statement was, "Sir or ma'am, Airman Brunson reports as ordered."
Yes, yes.
And for some reason, people were messing that up. It was "Sir or ma'am, Airman so-and-so reports as ordered." That was it. So for the first week, I didn't talk. I didn't say a word because in my head, yeah, they're yelling, but what's wrong with that statement that we can't get this right? So I didn't talk for a week. And then after that first week, man, I was like, oh, they just can't concentrate. Got it. Let's get it. And so after that, we were good.
That's awesome. I mean, like I said, one of the hardest things, even in my space, when people are just first hired, is trying to understand what the rules look like, what the culture is like, and what adjustments I need to do to fit in. And even as a leader, it's the same thing, right? How do I lead my team? How do I fit in? What culture do I have? Do I have the right people? and making those decisions from there. So you can see the similarities between learning and going through boot camp and going through boot camp of life, like I like to call it.
Yeah, that being said, so also when you come in at the heat of the night, when they give you that form that you had to put in your pocket, it was called a 341.
341.
At 341, you had to have 341s on you. Now, Army, Marines, Coast Guard, Navy, all y'all might not have to deal with. It was a silly, to me, Air Force thing, but it was a tool that they used. So I'm going to break it down to y'all what that 341 is. An Air Force Form 341 is often called a 341 official document used to record a trainee's performance. Trainees in basic military training, BMT, or technical training school, must carry multiple blank 341s on them at all times. So we had to carry 3 at all times. And if you got down to 1, you was in trouble because you didn't have 3. So it said a training instructor, TI, and other observers pulled a 341 for documentation. So a 341 was pulled for excellence, outstanding performance, and attention to detail, or discrepancies, mistakes in the uniforms, pocket unbuttoned, and all that other stuff. And when the instructor pulled a 341, they take the paper from the trainee, write down the reason for the infraction or praise, and submit it to the trainee's council and TI for extra duties. You know, so I ain't gonna go no further than that, but I'm gonna just say this: I ain't never seen a 341 pull for no damn excellence. It was always to put you in a bad position.
But isn't that how life normally works, though? Right? You at work, it's easier to say you didn't do, you forgot to, than say, yo, good job.
Yes,
right.
Yes, Foodie's vacation. Say, I forgot about the 341. Exactly.
Oh man, you brought her back.
Look, we done took somebody back. See, we done took you back. So that's right, Foodie's vacation. We done took you back. 341.
Man, Bishop, let me tell you, man, the one thing I've probably done that you have not done, because you've done it, and I appreciate you for it, because now I know how to do it. I got a 341 pulled for my uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was in trouble, but that was the one day the boots, the pants, the jacket, the hat were correct. And a colonel came by and I saluted with the correct hand, and he took a 341, wrote it down, sent it. That is the only time I've ever had a positive 341 pulled at this time. Everything else, that was in 92.
I gave up many 341s.
Yes, sir.
It was always from laughing. I don't know what it was. Basic training, I was the first squad leader, and I laughed the whole time. Now, I still got hat burns right up under my chin for my short TI, Staff Sergeant David. I ain't gonna never forget you. I hope you come in and then you can tell some stories about me. I ain't never forgot my TI Staff Sergeant David. Little short, little rascal, but he always tell me, I love the brothers. I love the brothers. He said, I just love the brothers because y'all come in, y'all the best characters. But he was so funny, but he took care of me.
Yeah.
But at the end, he showed me why I always had tags in my uniform drawer. And I'm like, how did I keep getting tags in here? Because I had already got smart from an older person, from the older class. They said, throw all that other shit away. Throw them drawers away. Keep one pair of drawers, one sock, one T-shirt, one everything. I said, well, what am I supposed to keep on? He said, wear those till you graduate. You'll find a way. And man, the first thing I did after I graduated basic training, I threw that drawers and that T-shirt in the trash. They was trash back then. But guess what? I got the hell up out of there. Yeah. So Foodie Vacation said, yeah, my dad said it's just a mind game. Don't let it get to you. But I was worried about getting recycled. Exactly. That's why I know everybody said, man, you was nasty back then. I wasn't the only one. We was all in the same game. We got rid of everything because what was in your Foot Locker drawer was what was being inspected. And every time they did that inspection, if them drawers won't form, you're 4 inches by 6, give me a 341. So you be rolling out them 341s when that and like I'm saying, And then the other thing is we always end up keeping another set of underwear and a t-shirt in the laundry bag. Now, they ain't really go in the laundry bag and inspect those, but trust me, believe me, at some point that laundry bag had to be empty. So guess what? Now you get another 341 pull. 4 weeks about 6. Won't never there.
You know, it's so funny because you guys described, you know, the 341s and the challenges behind it. But now that you're older and look back, were they that challenging? Right? Was it hard to, you know, be pressed? Was it hard to keep stuff together? Was it hard? No, right?
It's the perfect environment that I think every young person should go through after graduating high school, because it gives you a structure to give you detail for you to pay attention. That's all it was paying attention to the detail. Because other than that, it's the same routine. Every day it was the same routine.
Exactly.
And were you paying attention?
Exactly. I'm going to piggyback off what you just said. I said it on last Friday Live. I said that right there is what made me who I am.
Yeah.
Attention to detail and structure. What these young youth have right now is no structure, because we ain't gonna go into the dynamics what mom and daddy is, because mom and daddy may be doing whatever they have to do to survive, but there's no structure for the children. So the children grow up like wild weeds. So they doing everything up under the sun, and God forbid they get a smartphone. Now they got, I mean, ain't nothing worse than you going in the grocery store, Walmart, you seeing a 5-year-old in the cart, he got his own cell phone, just going to work. So we're in a different age, but what I said last Friday, and nothing for nobody, I'm not running for office or nothing like that. I said, for everybody to be a citizen, you should do 2 years in the military. I guarantee you it would change your life. It would change the dynamics of the world as we see it today. 2 years of structure, and definitely would give you the founding foundation of what makes you a good person. Integrity, honesty, and service before self. Those core values from the Air Force make you a great person.
Yeah.
For the chat, what I would add to that is, it's true. I think that a lot of people complain about the rules, complain about the regulations, but all of them crave structure. Why? Because they depend on those rules. They depend on not having chaos when it's needed the most, right? So I can imagine during wartime or during any training exercise where structure is demanded upon you. Right. And imagine how many injuries would happen, or how much stupidity can happen because, again, right, we didn't follow the structure. So yeah, people depend on it, and people crave it.
And it saved lives.
Yeah.
Now, Dick at House of X got a question in the chat for you. They saying, how do you deal with being away and coming back home? How did you feel? Did you ever have PTSD?
That's a good question.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier in the chat, was as a kid, I was used to being away. I was used to being here and coming back. So that was a normal thing for me. But when it came to the military, every relationship stopped wherever it was. That's something most people can't do. That's something most people, they don't understand it. But even with my kids, I have an older set of kids and a younger set of kids. Whatever we did last, that was our relationship the next time I saw them. And then we would pick up from there and go from there. On the PTSD side, believe it or not, my PTSD, when we talk about friendships, when we talk about relationships, my PTSD came from one of the brothers, one of our friends, one of our teammates working a jet and working with a team of people like Tim and I worked together. Tony Brown, Marty Pettis, rest his soul, man. That was one of our guys. Marty Pettis died earlier this year. And it was difficult because the last relationship, the last moment, we was laughing. We was all together. One of Marty's thing was, before he did anything, let me talk to the wife. I didn't know his wife's name until his funeral, because it was, let me talk to the wife. Let me check with the wife. And that was a big thing to me, man, because he didn't move without checking with the person who mattered to him the most. So after that, back to my friend Joe, he was working a jet, and when we worked together, when I worked with Tim, T. Brown, Ron, Frank, Marty, I did not have to worry about my safety. I didn't have to worry if somebody was going to make a move that would cause me to have an issue. So when Joe was working a jet and his team, it didn't quite go right, that gave me actual PTSD because I heard my friend die. And a lot of people, a lot of veterans, when you talk to them, they will tell you when they hear or see or hold their buddies in their arms and they pass away, that's the trigger. War is one thing, but my friend, my buddy, my dog, when that happens, there's a shift. So today I work, I run a fitness equipment company. I travel around South Carolina, down in Georgia, and I fix gym equipment. We install gym equipment, so forth and so on. Even today, I have to create a safe zone. If my safe zone is breached, I will stop working. I won't continue the task because I don't trust people that are not my people. So I have two guys that work with me and they're veterans. And one's a Marine, one's Air Force. When I'm with them, we good. I'm working. I know they got me. But if it's somebody else or somebody breaks that zone because of what happened to my friend and the PTSD that developed after that, the deal shuts down. I try to manage it. I mean, it's so bad. And hopefully, some veterans are on and you're trying to go through this. You're trying to figure it out. I can't to this day ride in the back of an Uber. I can't ride in the back of a car and somebody else is driving it. Somebody else is controlling my safety. I can't get on an amusement park ride and the gate comes down and compresses my chest and somebody controls the button. I can't do those things. So, we take the kids out, stuff like that. Dad got to sit on the sideline and be on safety patrol. I'm on guard, places I go. But at the end of the day,
let me stop you right there.
Yeah, go ahead.
To repeat that, because my wife used to not understand why I was the way that I was.
Mm-hmm.
And what you just said is something that a lot of spouses don't recognize, that's already programmed and wired into the spouse, the husband, or the veteran, whoever the veteran is, whether it be the spouse or the male or the female, whoever the veteran is, it was something that was wired into us, part of our training, and it goes without saying. It automatically responds naturally. So repeat that again. So my wife is somewhere listening, so I want her to hear it.
So Tanya gonna be like, you better say it again. All right, I got it. But what occurs is we develop a team relationship. And in that team, everybody don't fit. So I'm not gonna get it sideways and twisted and misunderstood. Everybody does not fit on the team. We in the military, we turn in jets together, we going on patrol together, but some people don't quite have. So I'm gonna guard you up. Hopefully you guarding me, but when you have your team, your safety's taken care of. At the end of the day, the goal is still the same. If we go out together, we come back together.
Say that again.
When we go out and we go on patrol together, we go work a jet together, we go deploy together, we come home together. Everybody gets back. And if something is off, like for instance, I mean, if my wife could kind of tell you, because it hurt me. There was instances where she couldn't come up behind me and touch me and grab me. My kids couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a transition. It was a change. And then there was other times, man, you know, we trying to hug and stuff like that. If I don't see you ahead of time, we got a problem. And because she's never been in the military and she wasn't she wasn't my spouse when I was in the military, she doesn't understand those transitions. Right. But as veterans and the veteran that's dealing with that, we have to understand how to relay that. That was one of the biggest things when I was going through counseling. And please don't be afraid to go to counseling. Listen, that was some of the best crying I've ever done, was in that room and just going over the situation that created the issue and really walking through it, working through it. And then I could talk to my wife and then I can explain to her what's going on with me so we could work together so we wouldn't have those problems. That was a huge, huge success for us, was doing that. Because that's my wife, man. That's my girl. I love her, man. That's my best friend.
That's right.
And to have her feeling like she couldn't approach me, she wasn't sure what would occur, that hurt me. And I had to go figure it out, get some help, and walk through that. And today I still got it. I still have moments, but it's easier to recognize. It's easier to go through the steps to try to bring it down. And plus she knows it, the kids know it. So now the family works together, and it's not such an awkward and hurtful situation.
That's good. Outstanding, brother. I walked them in shoes a mile long. And like I'm saying, thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication, everything that you did for this country. Thank you, God. House of Excellence, thank you so much for sharing. Like I'm saying, we did a lot and we gave a lot. So Foodie's Vacation said I was private binging, but till this day I can do a perfect bed corner. Yes, I remember the bed corner, that 5-degree angle bed, boy. You know what? I might have to try that on my daughter's bed, not on that king bed that I slept in, but on my daughter's bed. That 45-degree, and the TI would come in with the damn ruler. Give me a 341. That's not 45.
And that's if they didn't toss the bed.
Woo! I had the bed flipped a couple times. Not me, but I've seen it flipped a couple times. But that's awesome. But anyway, that's about our time. We try not to keep people too long, but this is what I want to do for everybody still here, still in the chat, stay with us. Put a 1 in the chat if you know a veteran that you want to recognize and want us to give him his flowers. We at the end of the segment, I want to be able to call his name out, say thanks for your service, and he will forever be remembered on this channel because this won't be deleted. So I'm going to make him famous. So anybody still in the chat, you know a veteran who's passed on and went on to the upper room, you want to get a special shout out to, you want us to give him his flowers on this channel, put a 1 in the chat, put their name in the chat. We're going to check the chat before we get out of here, and we're going to mention that individual and give him his flowers. Thank you for his service.
Hey, Tim, before y'all get off, man, before you leave, appreciate y'all for inviting me on to give my story, to talk about it. But also, I want people to know who you are to this operation. And the reason I say that is because when you got out and you went through the process of veterans transition, you shared the information. You didn't hold it to your chest. You didn't keep it private. You didn't get your goods and leave us out there. So anybody in the chat, anybody on the channel, anybody that's connecting to this, please connect with Tim Johnson when it comes to your veterans benefits, when it comes to understanding your transition, when it comes to what is next. He is a wealth of knowledge. I trust him on the words that he say because he don't say random words. He looks it up, finds the answers, gives the answers, walks you through it if he can, because guys, we did whatever we did. And people say thank you for your service, and I appreciate that. But thanking a veteran for their service is giving them the tools to continue part 2. And Tim Johnson has done that ever since I've known him. And since both of us have retired, he continues to do that. So please stay connected, plug into him, plug into the channel, plug into the information. I appreciate you. I don't know the new guy. Don't take that wrong.
We'll definitely.
Hey Tim, he didn't change no tires with us. I don't know him.
That's right.
But I did build a shed and almost died.
We got so I'm gonna cross over right quick. So I got another channel that we and the wife developed, a how-to channel, and we got a lot of great content. I just been dragging my feet because one, I'm like a lot of people is in the bushes. I was scared to put my face out here and to tell my story. I was pretty much being shy, not a shy person, but my wife, I seen her do what she do. Then my guy, my day one Juan over here, he came over and I saw him stepping up and everything. It made me want to step up and do better. But I found something that I love is in supporting the team. I'm all about us, all about the veterans. So Veterans Active Duty Bar makes me feel comfortable, make me feel good. When I get off the channel at night, I feel like I did my part. Still, I feel like I'm back on active duty, supporting the mission. That's what this means to me. So I like Bronson said, hey, share the channel out. Go on YouTube, like, subscribe, share the channel out. Bring a friend next time. Next time you come back, hey, mention it because I'm putting it out there, but I can't go as far if you don't help me go far. Because a lot of us need to be reached out there. So I'm going to check the chat now. So Marty Pettis was an individual that passed away this year. We want to give Marty his flowers. This is for Marty. Cheers to you, Marty. Okay, so Foodie Vacation. So she said her dad was Captain Stanley M. Hendon, Air Force Hospital Squadron Commander, Mass Commander, and a great dad. Shout out to him. We want to give him his flowers. Thank him for his service. Thank you for being that great individual. Thank you for your service. To R&J, so thank you, Pretty Timmy. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing it out the channel. Thank you for being a part of something bigger than we are. This is what we always supposed to do. If we are veterans, we supposed to always be part of bigger than something bigger than ourselves. And like I'm saying, a lot of people don't support the mission. A lot of people ain't always support the mission, but support the vision. It ain't my vision. It's all our vision. Because guess what? We don't get donuts. We don't get free donuts and stuff at the donut shop. We don't get free coffee. You know what I'm saying? We don't get where the other services get. So we had to fight for everything we get, and we gave so much. You know, we gave a lot. And I'm gonna tell you that, and I'm not going down that road to be sideways with anybody, but I'm just saying, veterans who serve, you gave a lot, and you deserve to be recognized, and you'll be recognized on this channel. So shout out to Marty Pettis, shout out to Mr. Stanley. Hey, shout out for everybody who served. And I'm gonna say, bring everything to a close. I'm gonna let my guy Juan G see what he got to tell you before we get up out of here.
Again, the channel is based on delivering for veterans like this, right? And being able to kind of share your story, having a platform to kind of do what it's hard for others people to share, you know? And this is a great opportunity to connect with someone who's a veteran, right? And you get also a civilian point of view to see and ask, you know, those questions that maybe, you know, you couldn't ask before, exactly. Right? And sometimes we get great stories and hey, in the future, we might have tougher stories to talk about.
Exactly.
But it's the ability to open up, and it's hard for any person, man or woman, to be able to share some of the challenges and some of the successes, even, and being a veteran and transitioning and who do I talk to? What's next? What do I do now? Right? I'm home. What does next look like? And you know, we want to provide that platform.
Yes. So that being said, thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate you, everybody, and thanks for everybody for your service. And I like to always say, I'm gonna say half and let my other partner give the other half. Live your best life.
Don't be trash.
Don't be trash. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Salute.
Salute.
This one's for my crew, my inner vibe. Exclusive moments where the spirits collide. You're the ones who ride through thick and thin. Spirit members, let the show begin. Spirit members, this time's for you. VIP love for the chosen few. Let's sip, let's vibe, it's your special space. Spirit members, welcome to the place. Ooh.